Hello and welcome to the Pipedrive Podcast, where we talk all things Pipedrive, sales, apps, and the Pipedrive marketplace. My name is Bruce Bigelow. I own and run Evolve. We're a technology consultancy based in the UK, working globally, who specialise in getting more out of Pipedrive and your wider tech stack for scaling businesses through implementation, consultancy, and training. And today I have the great pleasure to be joined by Pablo Gachego, the account executive at Mailshake, and he's going to walk us through the Mailshake platform and how it integrates with Pipedrive. Over to you, Pablo.
Hi, Bruce. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm delighted to show you around Mailshake, talk about cold email, sales, deliverability, and all that fun stuff.
I love it.
So, to start, I want to show you Mailshake. I want to walk you through the platform. So, this is the dashboard. It's a high overview of everything all the activities you have within the tool. It's the first thing you see when you go to mailshake.com and log in. So, this is the first thing you will see. With Mailshake is pretty straightforward. You'll see that this is a very light software. The first thing to do is to connect your email account
Mm.
here. Mailshake will white label your emails that you're gonna send out. And before we jump into that, though, I want to maybe give a 30-second like ex, explanation of what Mailshake does.
Mm.
Mailshake is a software, of course. It's a tool that will help you build top of funnel. So it's a sales engagement tool. It means that all the initial conversations that you want them to close later on to close, you can automate them. So if you are reaching people through email, phone, LinkedIn, or anything else, you can put that on autopilot. Once people engage with the content, you can jump on a call with them to make them your customers and bring revenue to your company.
Nice.
That said, you have multiple channels to do it. One of which is, of course, email. And to use the email in Mailshake, you need to connect your email account. Mailshake will wide label those emails for you, so you don't see any logos or anything related to Mailshake when you're sending emails out. And you can connect virtually any email provider. So Google, Microsoft are the biggest, but you
Mm-hmm.
can also connect any SMTP over here. Once you've done it, you actually want to, when it comes to cold email, you want to have a human like sending pattern.
Mm.
So it's not blasting emails. So when you blast emails, you're being taken by default to the spam folder, because Google and Microsoft, they want to keep us safe. So to prevent that, in order for it to get to the inbox, and we're going to talk about that later on, that has a name, which is deliverability. You need to have certain rules in place. One of which is to have a human-like sending pattern, and so this is very important. You want to have like Monday through Friday, have a target time zone, 9 to 5, send the emails throughout the day. Emails go out every 6 minutes, not all at once. You have a maximum per day, so on and so forth. So very critical for your success when you send emails out, so people can see them and they can reply to them. Is setting this up.
As an AE, do you have to? Because this comes up all the time.
Mhm.
We've got this big list, and we just want to send 1,000 emails a day, or whatever
Mhm.
it might be. Are people getting used to understanding? You might be. You can help me us here, right? So why shouldn't you do that? And because
Mm.
obviously deliverability is the biggest thing there. And why shouldn't you just try to ramp up to sending as many as you can in a day versus the whole ramp up or whatever it might be? So what's the
Yeah.
beyond
Yeah.
beyond the platform? Why should you not do that?
No, of course. Beyond the platform, I'm gonna use an analogy here, an example. Let's say you're starting your outreach, starting your prospecting efforts. You might be an AE, SDR, or any sales position. Let's say you're 18 years old, you're brand new, like to the business world, let's say, and you go to the bank and you ask the bank for $200,000 to buy a house, because you have no history, you
Mm,
have no background, you don't have anything that they can track. They would say no,
mm,
and they might even laugh. So you need to build that reputation, and it takes time. So if someone is thinking that right off the bat you can send 1,000 emails from your inbox, It's very risky to think about it that way. I
Yeah.
know it used to be the norm, but now it's not anymore.
Yeah.
So the reason why is because Google and Microsoft they have changed their algorithms, and they're so strict and becoming like more strict,
Mm.
as they evolve, that it's very hard to reach out to someone cold in a mass, like blasting emails. So
Yeah.
the typical thinking of, I'm gonna just blast emails, I'm gonna what we call spray and pray, which is I'm gonna just send a ton of emails hoping that someone will ever reach out to me replying with a positive engagement, with a positive reply, is not possible anymore. So these tools were born because you need to change what the others were doing back in the day. So if you think about the difference between cold emails that you send out versus warm emails, is going to be a key differentiator. Um, warm email, and for warm email, you can use Mailchimp, Constant Contact, tools that work great. But for the warm email, people have to be opted in. So they
Yeah.
had to go to your website, fill out a form, and they're expecting your emails. If they're not expecting your emails, that immediately makes it a cold email.
Yeah.
And for cold email, there are certain rules provided by Google and Microsoft, who are the big players. Uh, and again, you need to be very strict, and then you need to be. I'm sorry, they're very strict. You need to be flexible. You need to follow and comply with the rules, and you need to build that reputation up in time.
Yeah.
So if someone is thinking about doing that, sending 1,000 emails as an AE, SDR, or anyone, then you might want to consider just getting a sales engagement tool, upload your list of 1,000 people, schedule some rules in there, and they will be contacted accordingly, not all at once, because they would go to spam again because of the Google's and Microsoft filters. But with time, they will be touched via email and they'll reply.
That's a really nice overview, and I like. I haven't heard of the analogy of like your credit score for your domain. It's a really nice way to put it.
Yeah. And just like the credit score, so that was the first example, which is you have a blank slate. So you're starting from scratch. You need to build that reputation. But what if you already have a team? And what if you're already
Mm.
sending emails? In that case, similar to the credit score that you just mentioned, how low it is, it's going to take also time to build it back up to a green, healthy state.
Yeah.
So if you're sending like cold emails the wrong way, your deliverability is bad, you're going to spam, even internal emails go to spam, then your reputation as a sender is so low that you're becoming suspicious in the eyes
Mm.
of all the email servers out there. So you need to build that reputation back up. So for either case, it takes time, and there are tools that can shrink that time into just weeks or even days, such as the warm up. Uh, warming up an email means actually just having that process to be done by an AI system in a matter of weeks, not
Mhm.
months. Um, but then, yeah, for either case, you really want to be mindful of those of how you do it.
That's great. And sorry to take us on a tangent there, but so back onto the platform. So
Yeah,
with
no,
that
perfect.
being said,
Yeah, that being said, don't send all the emails at once.
mm,
On that same note, I would strongly suggest you have a sales engagement tool that has a warm up
mhm,
included. Mailshake has its own warm up tool, of course, and it gives you the spam score. So if you go here, you log in. Well, that's standard now. You can
nice.
have your team here, and then you have the settings to how many people you're sending the emails out to. This is just for the warm up, not for the prospects.
Yeah.
So, and then it gives you this dashboard with the spam score. So it's a very simple, straightforward process. This is the spam score that I would say is the equivalent to the credit score, right?
Yeah.
So if this is too high, then you know you have deliverability issues. You're going to spam. If this is too low and you're not getting responses, maybe it's your copywriting. So
Mm.
depending on this number, you know what to do next. But how would you know unless you look? That's what my doctor always says. Always says. Um, so not to spend too much time here in the warm up, is again just a process for you to speed up the process. It's a tool to speed up the process of having a great reputation and trust with the system, with Google and Microsoft or GoDaddy or HostGator or any ESP. Um, Also, you need to address your DMARC, DKIM, and SPF records. This is a very technical thing. Everybody has to do it. The DMARC is, think about the driver's license to send emails. So if you send emails without the you can drive without a driver's license, but you shouldn't. It's not allowed. And if someone stops you, then you're in trouble. Same thing. So if you're sending emails, Google stops you, you're in trouble. You'll be taken to the spam folder, and you can no longer do business
Mm.
via email. If you rely on email, deliverability is going to be a big thing. So also that these are something you can do on your own. So teams want to warm up their inboxes manually, they can just reach out to friends and family members and have them reply to you. Now, I don't know how friends you have. I don't have that many friends, unfortunately, but you would run out of those. So
You can
you
add me
can,
to your email warm up list if you were.
yeah, yeah. And then for the deliverability setup with DMARC and SPF records, there are a ton of tutorials out there that can help you with. Again, similar to the warm up, it's easy if you just use a tool for that. It takes 20 seconds to do it.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so once that technical piece is done, then Mailshake works with campaigns. So, and here's the very interesting part to talk about Mailshake and Pipedrive, because Pipedrive is our CRM. It's a great CRM. This is how we have it. So we have deals and we have stages here. We connect each stage to one campaign at Mailshake. So this campaign that says demo presented low is going to match this column here that says presented low.
hmm
So everybody who's here is going to, by being here, the system is going to trigger a sequence of emails to them, which we call campaigns. So everybody who's in this sequence is going to receive in that stage. I'm sorry, is going to receive this sequence of emails
hmm
automatically. So is and this is maybe not the best example. Maybe your sales team has better copywriting here than I do, but this is what I have.
Yeah,
With Mailshake, you have spam checker. So if you have the word free, that's spammy. If you have a very long subject line, that's not ideal for mobile users. So all these prompts, you get them within the system,
nice.
and then you can create just a sequence. So this is
And
email
you've
that,
got the
yeah.
A/B testing as well. Is that of the same sequence in the state?
Yeah, you can A/B test here. So you can just
Nice.
change. Let's You can pause this step. You can change the subject line here, or just remove this step altogether. Create
So
a
you can see
different
where
one.
people are dropping off, and then maybe edit a subject line because that's getting higher open rates, whatever.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. With data, you'll know this subject line has a better open rate, but then reply rate is lower versus the other one. Then
Yeah.
you would change it, right? So
Yeah. Nice.
yeah, it's perfect to have proof of concept, and to connect it though, i- if you go to add prospects, you can import from an app.
hmm
That app, of course, is Pipedrive.
Understood.
You
Yeah.
connect your Pipedrive. You need to have you need to be very specific which Pipedrive that is. In our case,
hmm
it's outbound. The stage, and now this is where we match these stages with this campaign,
Nice.
so they don't get mixed. So low, and then only deals that are owned by, in this case, me here. Keep it running in the background. So every time I make this, let's say I had a demo, I had a meeting scheduled, and then I'm gonna drag it here. I no longer have to worry about it, because that person will get this sequence of emails because I'm keeping this running in the background.
Yeah.
So that's how you create the integration. It's a native integration between Pipedrive and Mailshake.
Nice.
um, Especially useful if you're prospecting. So if you're an SDR, meaning sales development representative, someone who's out there calling and sending emails to prospects, booking meetings with them. So you can book the meetings via email. Also very convenient for AEs and for account executives who, truth be told, salespeople are very we're not good at following up and keeping things organized. So if you just want a system to help you with that, you can just drag people around from here to here to here, and then people will get their emails accordingly. You can also have greetings. So this is a pre-demo stage. Thank you
Nice.
for booking a call with me. Um, what do you want to cover in our meeting, during our meeting? And this stage is going to be this. So every time an SDR books a demo, they create a deal here. And by doing so, I know for a fact that they'll get this email. And then after the demo, I'm going to move them to this so they can receive the other emails. Of course, at that point, if I see interest in them, me as an AE, I will just manage them personally. I will just send a good recap email with
Yeah.
whatever is relevant for them after our discovery and whatnot. But that's in short how Mailshake operates when it comes to the campaigns. There's a, a very interesting part of it, which is we call it lead catcher, which is, let's say you're sending this sequence, and what happens if they reply or click on a link that you have there. Maybe you want to manage them manually in a personalized manner. So this is why in the lead catcher, every time someone replies or opens your email one or a couple of times or clicks anywhere or in a very specific link that you need to paste here, then they get pulled away from the sequence
Mm.
and they go to the lead catcher and they go to Pipedrive at a different stage that I will need to create.
Yeah.
So you can, especially this is useful to if you're sending. I have so many ideas. Like let's say you're sending an ebook, and you want to see actually everybody who clicks on and downloaded the ebook. Then you have all the data in here because
It's
you
a
can
hu-
filter.
it's a huge sales engagement. Like, there's a couple of ways. It's a great buying
Yeah,
signal if it's been opened multiple times. If it's been clicked
exactly,
loads of times, typically means it's being shared around the office. Um, and it's
exactly.
a great lead scoring metric, I guess. So it's which then means get them on the phone. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the term synchronous selling. So don't call them when it's good for you. If they're opening it 17
Hmm.
times within an hour, it's probably a good time to give them a bell and
Exactly.
get on the phone.
Exactly. Full disclosure, that's how we do it here at Mailshake. So our SDRs just send the emails. Once they click, open, and we have a Chrome extension for that, so we get notified.
Nice.
When they click or open, that's where they call them,
Mm.
and so it's no longer a cold call.
Yeah.
It's, hey person, I just saw you open the email. Do you have any questions? Do you want to jump on a call? Because people do need that push.
Mm.
Some people will take action right away and they
Yeah.
respond to you, but some people they open the email a couple of times and whatnot, and they just need that push, right? So in that on that same note, here in the lead catcher, I would open this flashcard and I would see the people that actually did that. So let me see all leads. I want to show something that makes sense here. So this is someone who we sent an email to, and as you can see, they opened it 6 times.
Hmm.
The clicks would show up here. We don't have links, so of course, no clicks. And then a reminder here, so a follow up email, and then this is the response. So because they responded, they became leads according to our rules that we just set up in the lead catcher. So in this case, if I was an SDR, then I see 6 opens. I would call this person
Mm.
and see what questions they might have or what comments they might have about my email, and that's the likelihood of booking a meeting or making a sale is just is too high versus just hoping that he got the email and not knowing, right?
Mm.
So that's another way to strategize Mailshake too.
I like it. I've always called it in my career cold to sold. versus
Cold
the
to sold.
cold to sold. How do we
How
get
is
from cold?
that? How would you explain cold to sold?
It's very much like the traffic light system, so cold to hot. Um, so just because something's hot doesn't mean that
Mm.
you you you're still working that lead, but you haven't actually closed it yet. So it's kind of
Mm.
one above a hot, cold to sold.
Yes. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yes. And so in short, again, Mailshake is very straightforward, very light. We also, when you create the campaigns, you can also create multi-channel steps. So you can create LinkedIn automation tasks.
Nice.
So you want to send a connection request on LinkedIn that could be automated, or maybe you want to have a phone call. So we can make a script here. This is going to be your script
Yeah.
with templates, inserts, and whatnot. And so the system will tell you, of course, I mean, the emails and the LinkedIn, they're going to be sent out automatically, but the calling, you need to be there to talk on the phone.
Hmm.
So the call would be found in the open tasks section, and the system will let you know, of course, I don't have anything here because the campaigns are just like not in that step yet. But when the campaigns are here, you will have a list of leads that you need to call.
Yeah.
And then you also have a phone dialer, so you can just add them. They will be here in this queue, and it's a power dialer, so you can just call one right after the other.
Nice.
You have a phone number, and then you have call recording as well. So you can have the omni-channel, you know, approach in there. Everything will be connected to Pipedrive anyway. So if you connect an app, which is of course Pipedrive,
Yeah.
connect your own user, grant access. This is everything that Mailshake will communicate with Pipedrive.
Great.
Virtually everything that you can report and all the activity here. And then when people engage, then this is the step you need to do to have here, which is to create them as leads. Um, once they're like, yeah, once they're engaged
Yeah.
here. And that's in short Mailshake. There are a couple of things, not nothing too crazy, but yeah, that's how Mailshake works.
Yeah, I think from my side, Pablo, that's a really nice overview. I know we kind of touched upon not just the platform, but also some of the um, kind of strategies and kind of the mindsets around outreach there. But I would stress for people to get in touch with Pablo for your own personal demo. He can take you through some of the other integrations, report aspects as well. Um, but was there anything else you'd like to share as well before we sign off, Pablo?
No, this is so. This is our newest. Maybe this is our newest feature. It's a data finder.
Nice.
So if you want to have like new leads to enrich your already your data, so
Yeah.
you can just use monthly credits. Each credit is gonna give you one email address, which you can just throw directly into a campaign. So you don't have to do anything else.
Awesome.
Again, this is a new feature. We just launched it last month, and we're still in beta test ish.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be built based off like on feedback and user friendliness, of course. So very excited about this piece. We have a list of over 120 million email addresses here. It's built internally, so
Hmm.
if teams want to have like an all-in-one shop, then Mailshake can help you with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's a really nice way to end it. So what I'll say is we'll have links in the description below for to get your own personal demo. And the guys at Mailshake kind enough to offer a an extended money back guarantee on your. I think it's going to be a double time, but we'll have the links in the description below for you to check that out. For now, Pablo, thank you very much.
Thank you.